Question number 6 is, you have ABC, a right angled triangle. So you have A, B, C, a right angled triangle with right angle at B. There are charges plus 2q plus 4q and minus 2q at these vertices. Calculate the resultant electric field at P. So from here, from B, there is a perpendicular drawn at P and foot of the perpendicular is P. We want the electric field at P. We want the net electric field at P. So if each side of the triangle is A, this whole will be A root 2 and each half will be A by root 2. And similarly, if this angle, if this is perpendicular bisector, so this is 45 degree and this is A cos 45 degree A by root 2 again. Now when I say what is the electric field at P, so there is one electric field at P which is due to B. The value of EB will be K 4q divided by A by root 2 square. So EB will be K into 8q by A square. At the same time, at point P, you will have an electric field due to A, EA, and you will have electric field due to C, EC. Electric field due to A and electric field due to C will have same value, although, but in the same direction, it will be K 2q divided by A by root 2 square. So EA is equal to EC is equal to K into 4q by A square. But both EA and EC are in the same direction, so they together will form E1. So E1 is actually EA plus EC. So E1 is K into 8q by A square. And now if I am looking for the net electric field, it will be root of EB square plus E1 square. So it will be K 8q by A square into root 2. So the resultant electric field in this region, you will get it here, E net. So that's how question number 6, very much within your reach, not at all difficult question, and in both 5 and 6 question you have seen it was just about due to a positive charge the electric field is away from it, due to a negative charge electric field is towards it, and then how to find the vector sum of more than 2 vectors in the space. The next 4 questions which I am going to discuss are about physical significance of electric field. If you can recall, when we were discussing the physical significance of electric field, we have mentioned that the physical significance is if you have electric field at a point, if you know the electric field at a point and then you are keeping a charge Q naught there, then you can experience, you can get the force acting on that charged particle, which is F is equal to QE. In case if you have a negative charge in place of a positive charge, then it will experience a force opposite to electric field, and that force would be minus Q dash into E, because E is a vector which is towards the right direction, but the force will be a vector which is towards the left direction. So if you know the electric field in the region, you can get the force acting on any charged particle placed in that region. Now, like question number 8, we have, there is a ball of mass. So here we are provided with a ball. It's a ball of mass 50 gram and having a charge of 9.8 into 10 to the power minus 5 coulomb, released from rest in a region where a horizontal electric field of 4 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb exists. So there is a uniform and horizontal electric field, and this electric field is 4 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb. It means everywhere it is the same direction and same magnitude of electric field in the space, and then here we are releasing a charge which is 9.8 10 to the power minus 5 coulomb. And this ball which carries this charge is having a mass of 50 gram. What will be the force? The force that will act on it will be QE. So the magnitude of the force will be 9.8 10 to the power minus 5, and electric field is 4 into 10 to the power 4. So we are getting a net force which is 3.92 Newton. B part. So in part A we are asked what is the resultant force acting on the ball, neglecting the effect of weight, otherwise its weight was acting down. But neglecting the effect of weight, we want the net force acting on it. Second part is find velocity of the ball at the end of 4 seconds. Now how to find velocity of the ball at the end of 4 seconds? So F is equal to ma. So it is going to have an acceleration which is force divided by mass. Force is 3.92 and mass is 50 into 10 to the power minus 3, 50 gram. We want acceleration in m case here. So I can find that the acceleration will be 3.92 by 50 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter per second square, and that comes out to be 78.4 meter per second square. The ball is having an acceleration this much. Now velocity at the end of 4 seconds. So I can say v is equal to u plus at. It started from rest. Acceleration is 78.4 and time is 4. So we will have velocity 313.6 meter per second at the end of 4 seconds. The part C we are asked distance covered in 4 seconds. So I want to calculate what is the distance covered in 4 seconds. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Initial velocity of the ball is 0. Acceleration is 78.4 and t square is 4 square. So we can get distance covered 627.2 meter. That is the distance covered in 4 seconds. So it was a simple question of equation of motion. Otherwise, the only important thing is physical significance of electric field, that if in a uniform electric field you are keeping a charge, it is going to experience the force QE. Now question number 9 is on the similar lines, but there is a small difference. This time it's a negative charge. So if I look at question number 9, there is a particle of mass 1 gram and charge 10 microcoulomb is thrown in a uniform electric field opposite to the direction of electric field with initial velocity of 200 meter per second. So in question number 9, if I am looking at the detail given, this time you have a uniform electric field of 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per Coulomb. So, electric lines of force are equispaced and in the same direction. There is a particle of mass 1 gram here, and it is carrying a charge, not negative, a positive charge of plus 10 microcoulomb. But it is thrown opposite to the direction of electric field with initial velocity 200 meter per second. So, in the previous case there was no initial velocity. Here it is moving opposite to the direction of electric field with initial velocity of 200 meter per second. So, will it be accelerated or will it be retarded? Our answer is it is going to be retarded, because it may have its initial velocity here, but the fact is that the electric force will act in this direction, QE. So, there will be an acceleration in this direction or there will be retardation. Question is, what distance this charged particle, it should not be electron, what distance the charged particle travel before momentarily coming to rest? So, yes, it will finally stop somewhere because it is retarded. So, it will finally come to stop under this electric force or against this electric force. So, question is, what distance it is going to travel? I want that distance. So, let us first find the retarding force. The retarding force will be F is equal to QE. So, the charge is 10 into 10 to the power minus 6 and electric field 2 into 10 to the power 5. So, the retarding force it will have is 20 into 10 to the power minus 1 or 2 Newton. What will be retardation? So, if I am looking for retardation, I will say acceleration is F by m. So, it is going to be 2 and mass is 10 to the power minus 3 kg. So, 2 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second square. This is retardation. How much distance will it take before coming to rest? So, distance before coming to rest. We can use third equation of motion, which is v square is equal to u square plus 2s. Final speed is 0. Initial speed is 200 square. Acceleration or retardation is minus 2 into 10 to the power 3 into distance s. So, the distance s it takes is minus 400 divided by 4 into 10 to the power 3. So, it will be 10 meter. So, it is going to take 10 meter before it is coming to rest. It is going to take 10 meter before it comes to rest. We are also required to calculate something else, and that is also find position of the particle at t is equal to 0.3 second. So, other thing which I need to find here is position of the particle at t is equal to 0.3 second. Now, at t equal to 0.3 second, where the particle will be. I can use this second equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Initial velocity, we can say either we call it negative and then this acceleration is positive, or we call it positive, then this acceleration is negative. So we call it, say, positive 200, time is 0.3, acceleration is minus 2 into 10 to the power 3 into time 0.3. So we are getting the result S as minus 30 meter. So if I am getting S as minus 30 meter, it means we know that it was stopping in a distance of 10 meter that we have seen. It is going to stop in a distance of 10 meter. And this u we have taken plus in this direction, and acceleration which is towards right we have taken minus. Now if I am getting my answer as of distance as minus 30 meter, it means it will turn back and it will reach here 30 meter towards right. This is displacement. 30 meter from the starting position in a time of 0.3 second. So that's how we can get the displacement. So again, I would say that these are all the basic question of motion in one dimension. Just the additive thing is that the electric force QE is providing an acceleration or retardation.